Buying a new TV sounds simple until you walk into the store and see LED, OLED, mini LED, micro LED, and now micro RGB. So today I'll break down how these TVs actually work, what makes them different, and which one you should buy without the marketing nonsense and stuff. Okay, part 1. What LED TV actually means. Let's start with LED TVs because this is where most of the confusion begins. How do LED TVs actually work? LED TVs are actually LCD TVs. They do not emit light themselves. They use a backlight made of LEDs, a liquid crystal layer to block or allow light, and a color filter to create red, green, and blue pixels. Key point: the light is always on, the TV just blocks parts of it. Types of LED TVs. There are edge lit TVs. They are LEDs on only the edges. They're the cheapest and worst contrast and uneven brightness. Full array LED. There are LEDs behind the screens and better contrast with good brightness. Mini LED. They are thousands of tiny little LEDs, which is like really tiny, and they're much better at local dimming, and they can get like extremely bright, and they're really good for HDR. Now, the pros of LED TVs. They're affordable, they're very bright, and there's no burn-in like OLED TVs, and they're great for bright rooms. Cons. The black levels aren't like truly black. They're just like blooming stuff like that. And then the blooming around bright objects is pretty bad. And then the viewing angles are a little bad too. Part 2. Self-emissive magic. It's OLED, simply. OLED changes everything because each pixel lights itself. Okay, so how does OLED work now? OLED is organic light emitting diode. There's no backlight. Every single pixel turns on or off independently. And then the result is perfect blacks because the pixels are completely off. And there's like no backlight and stuff. Why does OLED look so good? Because of the infinite contrast, and then there's like no blooming like the mini LEDs TVs, and they have perfect viewing angles, and then the panels are like ultra thin, so they're compact and you can have like extremely thin TVs. And then the instant response time is like actually good, and it's actually really good for gaming. It's like peak for gaming. Now, about the weaknesses of OLED. It is not as bright as mini LED. No, it's not even mini LED. It's not bright enough for anything. And then there are potential burn-ins. And then burn-ins do actually happen to normal people. And it is pretty bad. And then they're like way more expensive than normal LED TVs. Like they're like $6,000 or $7,000 for a 65-inch TV, which is a lot. And the best use cases are movies or like dark rooms or extremely cinematic content and gamers who want perfect response time. Part 3. Micro RGB and micro LEDs. Okay, so now for the final boss. Micro RGBs. How do micro RGBs actually work? They use microscopic RGB LEDs. So each pixel has like a separate red, green, and blue LEDs. There's like no layer to like make it like different colors. It has like actual colors in the pixels instead of a white backlight. And there's like self-emissive like OLED. And there are no inorganic materials, which means no burn-in risk. And do you know why it is insane? OLED level blackness. Like it's actually that good. And then LED level brightness. So it's like best of both worlds. And no burn-in. And then there's like an extremely long lifespan. They like last really long. And then perfect color accuracy. So you might be wondering, if micro RGBs are that good, it's a no-brainer. Why would I not buy one? So here's the thing. They're extremely expensive. They're like $30,000 or $40,000, and they're hard to manufacture. They're like really hard to manufacture, and they take months just to create one TV. They're mostly used in luxury homes or commercial displays or prototype consumer TVs. They're like rare. And then micro RGB is basically OLED and LED combined, but with none of the downsides. Okay, so here's a quick comparison. I'm gonna put a chart on the screen right now. You can pause to check if if it's good, and you want to review everything, and yeah. If you want the best value, go mini LED. If you want the best picture quality right now, go OLED. And if money literally doesn't matter, micro RGB is the end game. If this helped, drop a like, subscribe, and comment what TV you're using right now and other future ideas that you might want to see. And thank you. Come back. See ya.